Hey guys! In this video, we will look at the top 8 best printers available on the market today. We made this list based on our own opinion, research, and customer reviews. We've considered their quality, features, and values when narrowing down the best choices possible. If you want more information and updated pricing on the products mentioned, check the links in the description box below. So, here are the top 8 printers. Number 1. HP OfficeJet Pro 8035. In the absence of other coworkers, while I work from home, the HP OfficeJet Pro 8035 is the best work Wi-Fi could hope for, helpful, nice, and good at its job. The OfficeJet Pro 8035 is an inkjet printer that can produce black and white documents at a printing speed of 20 parts per million pages per minute. While printing colored content, it churns out pages at 10 parts per million. It's a breeze to set up and print from using a Mac, iPhone, Windows PC, or Android device, thanks in part to how easy the HP Smart app is to use. This printer produced solid quality monochrome, a fancy way of saying it prints in black and white, and colored prints on regular paper and heavy stock paper. Of all of the printers in this guide, the OfficeJet Pro 8035 printed the best color photos on glossy photo paper, making it just as useful as a photo printer as it is for business or school. The photos it printed were clear, had excellent color fidelity, and were neither too light nor too dark. Number 2. HP Color Laserjet Pro M479dw. The HP Color Laserjet Pro M479dw was much larger than the other printers we tested. It's big and screams I belong in a fancy office. However, we were happy to set it up at home. Connecting it to PC, Mac and phone apps was almost effortless, and using the USB stick to print was a breeze. I'm pleased to say that the quality of the scan capture was very crisp and color true. Documents printed by the M479dw on plain or heavyweight paper were very good. Photo printing was clear and there wasn't a single streak. The advantage of the laser copier shows here. Streaking simply isn't a problem. I did have some hiccups between paper changes. I had to tell it what kind of paper I was changing to, sometimes more than once. When printing photos, M479dw added a border much larger than the other printers I tested did. Number 3. Epson ET4760. The Epson ET4760 with its 16.4 by 19.8 by 10.0 inch dimensions won't take up much room in your home office. The most notable thing about Epson's line of EcoTank inkjet printers is that they don't use ink cartridges. Instead, as their name suggests, an EcoTank printer's ink tanks get topped off by filling them with bottles of ink, available individually or as part of a set, as needed. This could be a messy operation, but the Epson's refill bottles lock into the top of the tank, which prevents spillage. Each of the printer's tanks holds 2.2 ounces of ink. The Epson iPrint app is user-friendly, boasting a straightforward tiled interface. The experience is very similar on both Android and iOS devices. Glossy 4x6 photos came out crisp and clear with the ET4760. Scan captures and copied photos were true to their originals. Additionally, the printer did an excellent job of single and double-sided document printing, on plain paper. So get your brand new product mentioned, check the links in the description box below. Number 4. HP NV6055. The HP NV6055 might look like a spaceship, but it performs like a workhorse. During testing, it proved more than capable of spitting out sharp-looking black and white documents, quickly and neatly, from macOS, Windows, iOS, and Android devices. The NV6055 is a color inkjet printer that prints documents at a rate of 10 parts per million monochrome and 7 parts per million color. HP recommends using 20-pound paper for this machine. With just 2 ink cartridges, it was exceptionally easy to set up. To ensure that your printed content always looks its best, the NV6055 offers the ability to check printer alignment with the scanner, in much the same way that the OfficeJet Pro 8035 does. While the NV6055 doesn't come with a built-in display to help you navigate the printer's setup process, HP's excellent HP Smart for iOS and Android devices more than made up for this shortcoming, and had me up and running in no time. Despite these shortcomings, if you are looking for a low-cost option that handles basic printing duties well, the NV6055 could be worth your consideration. Number 5. HP Laserjet Pro MFP M148fdw. The HP Laserjet Pro MFP M148fdw is one of 2 black and white only multifunction laser printers reviewed for this guide. Unfortunately, it did not perform well. The MFP M148fdw quickly printed crisp, legible SIG and double-sided text documents. However, scanning a photo produced a copy that was markedly lighter than the original. As it's not capable of printing to 4x6 photo stock, the only way to print images is on ordinary printer paper. Even when scanned at a high-resolution 1200p setting, the M148fdw produced a blurry grayscale image that I found unacceptable. It was unreliable in other areas, as well. On several occasions, the printer grabbed multiple sheets of paper at a time, sending them through the printer, together, an issue that could lead to paper jams. While attempting to print a 2-page document, it refused to print the second page. Worst of all, I was unable to connect the M148fdw to its companion HP Smart app, which left printing from a mobile device out of the question. Number 6. Epson XP6100. The Epson XP6100 produced legible text documents on both regular and heavy paper. I found that the copies it made of scanned printed material were acceptable. It handled photo printing reasonably well, too, but neither its copies nor photos were anything to write home about. The Epson iPrint app for Android and iOS worked well with the XP6100. I also liked that the printer comes with a designated email address, allowing you to print, even when you're out of the house. Simply email what you want on paper to the printer and you'll find hard copies waiting for you when you return to your home office. Those looking to use the XP6100 primarily with a mobile device will likely be happy with it. Phone the app and email, you'll likely be happy with it. However, I found its software for Windows and Mac computers was convoluted and irritating to use. While testing it with my Windows laptop, the XP6100 software would insist that the printer was connected and ready to print, but wouldn't allow me to do so. It took 3 attempts before I was able to actually connect and print out a document. So get your brand new product mentioned, check the links in the description box below. Number 7. Lexmark MB2236. In order to use the Lexmark MB2236, you'll need to download 2 apps, the Lexmark Mobile Assistant app, which allows you to set up the printer, and the Lexmark Mobile Printing app, which lets you put it to work. The Mobile Assistant app made setting up the printer a breeze. Printing using Lexmark's Mobile Printing app? Not so much. Print jobs created in the Mobile Printing app would queue but refuse to print, with no way to clear the queue. I experienced similar issues while attempting to print from my Windows and Apple laptops. After requesting that a document be printed, a small box would pop up in the corner of my computer's display to tell me that the print job was queued. However, nothing would print. More frustrating than this, there was no way to clear the print queue. I turned to Lexmark's troubleshooting suggestions to resolve these issues but was unsuccessful in finding a solution to the issue. Be ready to connect to the MB2236 using a USB cable. Loading the MB2236 with paper proved to be something of a challenge as well. The paper tray is hidden, requiring that a door in the back of the printer be opened before it can be loaded up with paper. That the paper tray is fragile makes this process all the more stressful. Number 8. Brother MFCJ805DW. With its chunky buttons and office photocopier good looks, the Brother MFCJ805DW looks like it could be a time traveler from 1996. That connecting it to my home network took longer than logging onto AOL with a glacially slow dial-up connection reinforced this. The printer seems to take forever to find my network and eventually froze. The only indication that it was doing anything was a message on its display that stated the printer was busy and to try to connect again later. Trying again later involved unplugging the printer from the wall and plugging it back in so that I could restart it. Despite re-downloading drivers, downloading the Brother Print and Scan app on iPhone and Android, trying to connect to the printer via Bluetooth, and restarting my wireless router, all troubleshooting suggestions provided by Brother, I came to the conclusion that nothing from the outside world can be connected to the MFC J805DW. The only thing I was able to print was a copy of the MFC J805DW's setup instructions. They came out crisp, clear, and with good color. Finally, as it lacks a USB port, it wasn't even possible for me to print a file from a USB stick or export scanned documents or photos. So these are the best printers, which you can buy in this year. If you know any other printers, which we missed in the video, you can tell us the name in the comment. Thanks for watching. Like and comment. Subscribe.